Hi, I'm Sonia, and I thought I would jump on here and see if anybody want to come hang out and tell me how amazing it is to have their manifestation. It's been a minute since I've gone live. A lot's been going on. Yeah. I've gone through a massive shift. What I was doing on YouTube is no longer fun or enjoyable to me. I don't really want to get off of YouTube, but I don't want to keep doing what I was doing. I'm letting that unfold, and I just for some reason thought I'd hop on here and see if anybody wanted to come hang out, and if not, then that's fine too, but here I am. I didn't have a plan of like something to talk about while people jump on here. Hi. On here hanging out. If you want to tell me how amazing it is to have your manifestation, I'm no longer really answering questions about manifesting, but I would love to hear how amazing it is to have what you want. Yeah, like I was saying, I'm not sure what I'm doing with YouTube right now. It's been quite a journey. It just like came out of nowhere. I wasn't expecting it. Um Very much like I felt like I was on one path and then that path just like disappeared. So, yeah, I don't know. That path just no longer was the path. And now I'm like, I don't know what the hell I'm doing, but I'm here. So I'm just kind of following where I am. You know, I didn't have a plan, okay? Hi, Jamie. I don't really have much to say about my manifestation, but I know they're coming. Yeah, well, that's not what we're doing here. I wanted to let you know that I love you and your videos, and you've helped me understand so much. Oh, yay, Jamie. They're not coming, you have them, so tell me about them. If you're waiting for them. So you can only tell me about how good they are when they get here. You're not you're waiting for them. I can't tell you about how good they are because I don't have them. You're not living in the end, so live from the end and tell me about how amazing it is right now. That's the whole point. I feel like that's the thing that people don't really grasp. And the thing that I want to shift the channel to, and I don't have the how yet, is helping people live in the end. And the only way I can think of doing it right now is coming on right now and being like, tell me about having what you have it now. I guess my problem's because I feel like I'm lying to myself, but I just need to get over that. Yeah. It's gonna feel like you're lying to yourself until you do it enough and prove to yourself that that's how shit works. And even then, it's it's always a choice. I can focus right now on that things are good or they are not. That's my choice. I can be happy now or I can wait for all eternity for the outside to make me happy. How's that worked so far? Because for me, it didn't work very good. You're right, I'm clearly not grasping it, laugh out loud, but you're helping me understand that. And I feel like what I need to do now and why I've kind of just like taken such a massive turn is I've been saying everything that everyone else has said. Like I say the same shit everybody else says, but I say it in my own way, right? Like kind of not that everything that I was teaching was specifically Neville, but it's like teaching the vocabulary everybody else uses, which was extremely beneficial to me. That was how I started to understand anything. But there's a point where learning about it doesn't help you anymore. It's all about applying it. And that was where I have had the hardest time is applying it. And then as I figured that out, I've just learned from experience. It's been trial and error. And I think that where a lot of people get stuck is they just like exactly where you are, Jamie. It's like I feel like I'm lying to myself and I can't jump over that hump of all the things that are just allowing you to imagine it. If that makes any sense. So I love you so much. Thank you for all that you do. You're the best at explaining this. Oh, thank you. Listen, it was quite the quite the quite the journey to understanding it, and I I live it. Like I every day, all day, every day when I come on here and I say like I do not allow myself to think shitty thoughts, like I mean it. And recently, I don't know what it was about publishing the book. I don't know, but something happened when I published the book that was just like I don't want to talk about manifesting. I don't want to do manifesting. I want nothing to do with manifesting. Like that is where I've gotten in the past like month of just like I'm so done and over this and I don't even know what to do with myself because it was like the only thing I wanted to do. I want to be a YouTuber and I want to talk about manifesting and I want to help people and coach people and now it's like I don't want to do any of that shit. I don't want to think about manifesting and I'm like, "Okay, I know how it works and I know that you know, I don't get away from manifesting and that wasn't the problem. It was where I had gotten myself was into a place of micromanaging my entire experience. And I've said for a long time, you know, I've had the problem of I don't know what I want. And then I have also relied heavily on Isn't It Wonderful, Everything's Perfect and going more general and have found for me, see, and this is where the trial and error comes in. I don't really know how to help people do it other than to, I guess, become like an accountability partner of you doing it. Because that's the only way the true way to start understanding it for yourself is to start doing it and experiencing it. That's where I have learned the most is it's like, okay, this time it worked and this time it didn't. What was the difference? What was I doing? Okay, well, this time I was doing more of this and last time I was, okay, well, next time I'm going to do it more this way. And what I found for myself is going general is better for me. Does that mean it's better for you? I don't fucking know. I'm not you. I've said this from the beginning. This is a journey about you learning about you. But I just realized, I'm like, I'm just so fucking over trying to figure out what I want. I'm so fucking over like micromanaging shit. I'm so fucking over holding on to belief systems about manifesting that weren't mine in the first place. That come from misconceptions I had about manifesting, that come from my coach that I worked with for so long. Shit that wasn't, it was never even really, it was just stuff that I picked up and I didn't even realize was still playing in my head. And I'm like, I am so tired of this. I'm so fucking tired of this. So I took out a piece of paper and I just wrote down, what did I even write down? I don't know. I got so much shit I'm doing at the moment here. I wrote down at the top of the top of the paper, no more bullshit. I'm doing this to get clear on where I am and where I want to go. There are no rules other than to write what I need to and be 100% honest with myself, and I am ready to meet myself where I am and make drastic change in my life. Throw out everything up until right now. Be my own coach and create what I need for me and only me. And I wrote, I don't know how many pages of shit. Just everything, every area of my life. Bitching, whining, moaning, and complaining, and being like, this is what I'd rather it be like. Coming up with like a fuck ton of affirmations. And being like, okay, well, now I know what wonderful and perfect actually is and what it actually looks like. I'm going to go with more general stuff. And I shit you not, right after I did that, all these videos from coaches I had never heard of or seen before popped up and were talking about highest timeline, like manifesting being in your highest timeline. And I'm like, that's what I've been looking for and not even realizing it. I've probably talked about it. It was in my head, but it didn't really occur to me of just, if I'm living my best life, if I'm living my highest timeline, then all this micromanaging and shit that I've fallen into and have been holding on to for so long is fucking irrelevant. So I'm still on my journey. I just because I understand this shit and know how to use it doesn't mean that I'm not still, going through shit and whatever. I no longer answer manifestation questions, so you can either go bitch, whine, moan, and complain to some other coach, or you can tell me how amazing it is to be with your SP. Those are your only choices on my channel. But yeah, it's been one hell of a, I don't even know what the fuck has happened since, when was it, June 1st? Just like, yeah. Because now I'm going back to, not that I want to coach, but I want to do something involving working. I don't even want to work with people. That's the thing. I think it's more of I want to, hi Jay. It's more of a, I want to have something to do. I guess. I don't even know. It's very, I'm just going with it. And that's where I'm, like I said, I'm trying to figure out how to best help people focus on having what they want. And I, for some reason, was like, go live right now. I really don't want to go live. Yeah, but do it. Okay. I guess I'll do that. Trusting myself. I got my SP and he started taking me out on dates all the time. Now, when I stopped accepting just text and twisting it the way I wanted to see it, I told myself he knows, I know my worth, and I won't accept a text like what's just a text when I need money and dates. The fuck. So I started putting that story on, and now he does what I want. That's all it is. Stop telling yourself the old shit. It's literally, that's it. That's all it is. As long as you continue to bitch, whine, moan, and complain about your SP, they're always going to give you more to bitch, whine, moan, and complain about. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. You just can't. It's crazy. And the thing that came up as soon as I finished writing all that shit down, the thing I heard from multiple people that I had never seen before, they're like, yeah, a lot of times manifesting can be like some kind of bamboo plant where it for 5 years you'd never see it sprout, but it grows roots for like 5 years and then it just shoots up like 90 feet over no time. And I'm like, yeah, I can see that. I can see that. Like, it is, the more I'm aware of how much my mindset has changed, like, it's insane. My outlook on life is completely different than it used to be. I'm actually getting what I want right now, but I'm growing through grief, and what I want isn't what I thought I wanted. Strange feeling. I also got my passport today. Ah, congratulations on your passport. I was just thinking about passports, so that's funny. Yeah, I've had that feeling of I thought that's what I wanted. That's the perfect explanation of like starting a YouTube channel and doing all the stuff that I've done in the past year is like, oh, I thought that's what I wanted, and then it's like, oh fuck. Maybe not so much. And that's where I have found for myself, I can't speak for anybody else. For me, being general now and just being like, my life is fucking perfect. I have everything I've ever wanted. I feel so good. Like, truly. And truly just having like really general, vague ideas of what I want every area of my life to look like has just. I have seen such a shift in my life so fast. But it took me going through all of the shit that I did to gain the understanding that I have to trust it enough to run with it. I can look back and see how it all went together. It's like, okay, yeah, that without and what's funny is like I've been using Isn't It Wonderful for a long time, but like I said, I was like still micromanaging shit, right? So I was like in the state of Isn't It Wonderful, but in the state of micromanaging at the same time. And it, when I first started using it, like I didn't think it would work. I didn't know how it was going to work. I didn't know whatever. I just did it out of like desperation. And then it started to work. And then I started to like, micromanage because I needed to prove to myself like that I knew what the fuck I was doing. And to me, the best way to do that is to do it with specific shit. If you're in a place where you're like, oh, I don't know if this is real and I don't know if that was a manifestation and I don't know that was probably a coincidence. It's really hard to be sure that telling yourself, isn't it wonderful, everything's perfect, is causing things to actually change in your life. But when you start thinking about specific things and then they happen all the time, you're like, okay, that's definitely how it works. So, how do I make this work best for me? What do I need to do for myself? Same. I overwhelmed myself for a while trying to micromanage. Yeah. And I didn't even realize how much I was doing it. That was the part that I was like, oh, yeah, no wonder you're like over manifesting. You've been driving, like, you're driving yourself nuts and you know you don't need to do that. But I know that I went through all those experiences like for a reason and not for a reason as like a punishment, or it was all a reflection of where I was at the time. And now it's an opportunity to learn from it, learn about myself, learn how not to go back to that place. It's like, okay, now I know better, but I couldn't have learned better by if I never experienced anything. A big part of my journey has been learning how to tell the difference between things that I really want and things that I don't. And I can look back at so many things knowing like I really don't want to do this, but I'm going to do it anyway cuz like jobs are a great example. I'm going to take this job cuz I just need a job and I'm just going to take it and it'll be fine. Knowing in my heart like don't do this, you don't want this job, but it's like I'm just going to take it, it'll be okay. And then it not being okay and then it's like, oh, well, the red flags were there. You just ignored them. Learning that shit, truly. I feel I've known this for a long time and I felt this for a long time, but I feel like the thing that I end up doing with YouTube, with whatever the fuck is next for me, I don't think anybody else is doing it. I think it's something that's very different and very unique, and I now know that like you don't get there following other people's bullshit. And the only way that you can get there not following somebody else's bullshit is to be a pioneer of where you're going. And the only way to be a pioneer is to really fucking trust yourself. I'm going to find a path in the nothingness. But without learning how to navigate it through navigating a bunch of shit, I wouldn't have the skill set to do that. But it took a whole lot of. I was the one who kept not understand. Like I kept repeating the same shit over and over again. That was me. That was me. That was me. I can't blame anybody else for that except myself. I completely did that to myself. For whatever reasons that I did it, it doesn't even fucking matter now. Like, it truly doesn't. I can sit here and wallow in it and be such a victim about it and wah 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 about it, or I can just move the fuck on. And at this point, I just want to move the fuck on. I don't care. I don't care. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Because I also have learned that the more I hold on to it and stew in it and analyze it, and it just, there's a degree for me of like needing to process through shit that I was ignoring because of a lot of shit that I was taught in this community of like just manifesting in general, of just like just ignore it and just move on and just, I have found that there are things that for me I need to kind of process through. And then once I process through it, it goes away. But that was me learning about me and what's best for me and paying attention to me and where I was getting stuck and where I was getting stressed out or, you know, whatever. Learning about myself. which has been quite the journey of doing that. When I feel down, I pick up an umbrella affirmation like everything is perfect in my life and keep repeating it in my head. This at least lifts me up my mood and almost instantly around. Yeah. That's been my when I'm going through it, going specific, I don't think it's ever been helpful for me. So yeah, I found that the more general um was so helpful. It was so helpful. Hi, Sonia's back. I am back. I guess I don't know what I'm doing. I went to the ER last weekend, and despite being stressed and freaked out, I still felt okay because I had decided there's no problem in my life, and that's how it is. Awesome. Love your hair. Oh, thank you. I love that though, Holly. No, everything's good. Isn't it weird to be in a situation like that where you're just like, old me or other people would probably freak me out right now, but I'm just like, no, it's good. Because I've had experiences like that where it's like, it's ridiculous that I just am like, no, I'm good. It's like, huh, this is different. Kind of like it. For me, it's going through experiences like that where it's like, man, no, like my brain has changed a lot and I have a lot of control over my brain. And I really do get to choose the perspective I'm going to view this situation through. Am I going to go down that path or am I going to go down this path? That's been the biggest eye opener, is just like, it truly is a choice. It truly is a choice. Whatever you tell yourself right now is true is true. The more you're going to look outside of you to for proof that what you're telling yourself is true, all you're doing is confirming that whatever outside of you is true is what is true, and then you're going to get proven right. So if you don't like what you think you're seeing, then don't tell yourself that that's what's happening. Pay attention to why that is your knee-jerk reaction. Why am I telling myself this? Why is this the only way I can see this situation? I think being ghosted is a really good example. It's like the situation of being ghosted is someone didn't text you back or hasn't texted you back when you thought they should. And you are the one deciding that they ghosted you or ignoring you and or don't want to talk to you. Why are you doing that? This is a random question, but what is your zodiac sign? I'm silly curious. I don't tell people that. I really don't like the zodiac sign things. I feel that it is a form of prejudice that is somehow acceptable in our society, and I don't subscribe to that bullshit. So you're just gonna have to keep wondering. I've had too many people that are like, I hate this zodiac sign. I will never be friends with people like that. And like, I can't stand that one. And I don't subscribe to that bullshit. Precious snoring really loud. I don't know if you can hear her. But yeah, that's what's been going on with me a little bit. I'm I'm just open to the next whatever. I'm just I'm ready to just let it all happen. I don't have to try and figure it out anymore. I figured it out. Everything's perfect and wonderful. It is what it is. It is what it is. Alright, you guys, it has been really fun hanging out. I'm going to jump off of here, and I will see you soon. Love and light. Oh, wait. One more comment just came in before I hit off, so it's like that statistic, 85% of the things we worry about don't happen, which is an affirmation that people repeat to each other. Yeah. Oh, there's so much stuff that I worried about and tried to like micromanage and fix in my life that never happened. My brain always wanted to go to like worst case scenario, and guess what? Most of that shit never fucking happened. Now I just am like, it is a waste of my time and my happiness to sit here and worry. And that has been the biggest habit that I've worked on breaking, is the worry shit. Because I can't fucking do it anymore. Especially knowing what I know and having experienced what I experienced. Not that I don't have times that I worry or have a thought that's worrying or whatever. It's just, I'm not going to dwell in that shit. And if I am dwelling in it, I'm going to figure out why and do something about it. It's pretty much how I function in the world now. It is what it is. Love that. Worrying, waste of time. It's a waste of time. I've started just telling myself there's nothing to worry about. Why would there be something to worry about? Because I made the connection. I'm like, okay, if I believe that what I am experiencing in my physical world is me getting what I want, and I do believe that, then what is there to worry about? The worry is coming from me thinking that there's something to worry about. So why am I doing that? I'm choosing worry. Out of all the perspectives I could have, I feel like there's something to worry about. So what do I need to tell myself? It's about self-soothing at that point. What bullshit do I need to tell myself to make myself feel better? I've manifested a lot of shit with that perspective of just, okay, what do I need to tell myself right now to make myself feel better? Because I'm not accepting anything. Like, no. It always comes back to whatever you tell yourself is true, is true. It's always been true, that will always be true, and once you see it for what it is, you can't unsee it. Thank you guys for watching. Love and light.